Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Gwendolyn Halle, a seasoned medical professional, and I'm here to bring you the juice as always. So welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to say I love you. Thank you so much for your comments, for sharing, for being loyal, for being part of my family, and I'm telling you, I'm so grateful. And if you just stumbled on this channel, on this video, please subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, share so that everyone will be empowered. So, let's roll in. Welcome. Today we'll be talking about vaginal steaming, and I'm going to be debunking some myths, some things that have been said about vaginal steaming, and people who have said that vaginal steaming is an ancient tradition. It's a tradition that has been done by their forefathers, and that recent scientific research doesn't mean anything. That since our forefathers did it, they didn't have any complications. Why are we restricting? Why is science coming up with restrictions? Avoid this, avoid that. So I'm going to be giving you backed up scientific results or research that I have done. I have met a lot of people. I did a video on vaginal tightening on clothes and alum, and I got this question several times in my DM or even under the comment section where people will ask me about vaginal steaming. So yeah, I am doing it for you because I love you. So before I dive into the topic of vaginal steaming today, so let's define what vaginal steaming is. Vaginal steaming is boiling of water or an infusion of some herbs or concoctions or mixture of these concoctions in hot water to release the steam, with the intention of releasing the steam or the vapor to enter the vagina and cleanse and tone and tighten and nourish. So that is the definition I have gotten from a lot of research I have gone on what people have told me. Their intention is to get the steam and the vapor enter or pass through the vagina into the womb and actually cleanse it, strengthen it, tighten it, make it recover from after birth. So in fact, that is the definition. The most important thing is we are using hot water. The vapor and the steam, or the steam, is needed. So I'll be reading out some points that I have heard people tell me about vaginal steaming, and I'm going to give you just logical reasoning. And after this video, you will decide if you were being deceived or maybe you didn't think about it rightly. So come along with me. The first is balancing hormones. Now, your hormones are triggered by the pituitary. It sends signals to your body, and that's in your blood. And that is when your hormones are released. So these hormones is in your body. It's not at your vulva. Now, there's one thing I want to say before I continue. There's a difference between your vagina and your vulva. Your vulva is what you see. The two lips, or the vaginal lips, the labia minora and the labia majora, and the clitoral hood. That outer area that you're supposed to be washing is the vulva. The vagina is inside. And when you bypass the vagina, then you meet the cervix. That is the opening of the womb. And then when you pass the cervix, you go up into the womb or the uterus. So in my mind, if any hormones had to be secreted, it will be secreted in the womb. So I don't know how this steam or this vapor will be able to pass through your vulva, your vagina, and pass through and reach your uterus. It's impossible, because whether you're sexually active or not, your vagina is not just a hole that you can look through that stays open like this. This is why if you're collecting swabs, you insert a speculum into a woman, you actually have to open it, lift it, like clamp it, so that you're able to send the swab in or send what you're used to, you're going to use to collect the swab into the woman and collect your sample. So a woman's vagina isn't just open like this. That means somebody can look through. It's impossible. When there's nothing in it, it's clamped like this. Trust me. So there's just no way that steam or vapor can find itself through the vulva, through the vagina, into the uterus. The next is that it detoxifies the womb. Like I said, there's no way that vapor or steam can reach your uterus. No way, your womb. Next is it cleanses the vagina. If the vagina is not an opening that you can just look through, if it's clamped like this, because it contains elastic tissue, how is it then possible that steam will go through it? Think about it. The next is it treats irregular menses. Irregular menses is caused by hormonal imbalance, caused by fibroids, caused by endometriosis. And some people will say it takes away the dead cells or the old blood that is left in your vagina or in your uterus after menses. You see, that's not possible. Remember what I said. The vagina isn't just a hole that vapor can go through. Impossible. The next thing is fast recovery after childbirth. This could be right because if you had a tear, if you were being stitched after childbirth and your vulva was being stitched, this vaginal steaming could help. But if you had a tear on inside your vaginal walls, it's impossible for you to get a soothing or get that area healed faster through vaginal steaming. Also, it dissolves fibroid yeast in the uterus and womb. Like I mentioned earlier, it's impossible for vapor or steam or to reach that infusion, to reach your uterus and your womb, because it's quite a distance. Trust me, it's quite a distance. And it said it increases fertility. Next is increases energy. I'm not sure how that is true, how that is possible. They said it relieves stress and reduces menstrual pain. For menstrual pain, that is not true, because you get period pain when that muscle of the uterus, of your womb, is contracting, relaxing, contracting, relaxing. So vaginal steaming doesn't really help with reducing menstrual pain. That's because there is no hole. No vagina can be seen like this. Like, you cannot look through your vagina and see your cervix or see your womb or see your uterus. This is why I said you need a speculum. You need a speculum to put into the woman, clamp it, lift it up, insert it. That is, even when it has been clamped to the speculum, you still cannot see the uterus, except you have a camera and then you use your swab to collect. So I've given you some myths that are out there and why people are promoting vagina steaming, and people are getting into it and saying we scientists are delusional. This is what our parents did. This is what my mother did. They told me and it works. The truth is you are putting yourself at risk. And I'm going to tell you some of the scientific risk, some of the health risk that you're exposing yourself to. When you do all this vagina steaming, and even people go to a point of also taking some of the concoction or the infusion that they are using for vaginal steaming and douching themselves, is that you may alter the pH of your vagina. Also, you can get burnt if the vapor is too hot. If the steam is too hot, you can actually burn and get sores on your vulva. Your vaginal lips and clitoris are very sensitive. And also, in the long run, you could get irritations, especially around the opening of your vulva, that area, that your opening of your vagina, that's so close, that vulva area, it could get so sensitive and so sore. Also, you increase the chances of getting infections, microbial infections, whether it's fungal, whether it's bacteria. So avoid all this steaming, and also that vapor may actually cause burns. Some people have actually gotten second-degree burns from vaginal steaming. Now, how is this done? What I normally see people do is they will infuse, let me say, some cloves or some alum or yoni pearls or some concoctions in water, and they will, in a bucket or in a bath, and they will sit upon the bucket, or some people will sit in the bath, in the lavabo that they have in their bathtub or the bathtub. They will sit in it and with the intention of steaming up that area. So please, guys, remember that your vagina is self-cleansing. After menses is cleansing, after childbirth is cleansing, after sex is cleansing. You do not need to be douching yourself or doing any form of vaginal steaming. Just wash out your labia. And how can you know that there's something off with your vagina? It's just from your discharges. And I keep telling ladies, we ladies should be very sensitive with our discharges. Be very sensitive with when you pee. Is there any sensation? Do you have pain during sex? These are the symptoms that can alert a woman to make her know that there's something wrong with her reproductive or sexual health. So thank you guys so much for joining me in today's class. I'm so happy. So see you next time and love you. Bye.